script, especially when people are standing passing. Standing passing is a very modern part of jiu-jitsu now. So I feel like people are going to stand and they're going to try to work their way through a lot of times, especially when the low passing stuff isn't working. So I want you to try this out first as a drill, but I want to give you like what I think the rule set should be. So if Nate is passing on top and I'm defending on the bottom, what are the two main body parts that I need to pay attention to that are his main assets in passing? Outside hand is definitely one. And what's the other one? Head. Who said head? Yeah. Outside hand and head position. If he doesn't have both of those, it is very hard to pass, okay? I'll go back and field questions on the opposite side of this coin in another day. We're going to talk about the bottom, okay? But in order to talk about the bottom, we are going to talk about what people would do or would try to do on top. Positionally, where does he want to be? He wants his head cross body, right? That's going to be one of the things that he definitely wants. And one of the things I think most of the people forget, and this is where they end up getting passed when somebody stands, is like, they'll fly like the helicopter over the top and then land it down up here where they want to land it, and they're already getting way up here in that like almost pass position, and the head is over here. It's very hard for me to get back on my side, start to play a game, so I can't let them end up with their head really over here at all. And that's where your top hand's going to come in, right? Whether you're pushing the head back to the outside across that center line, or you're using your elbow frame to block. I don't care if you get passed today. So do you have a question? Rob?
No.
All right, so you kick your head. Okay. No. So I don't care if you get passed in the drill. Well, what I want you to do is try to be relaxed as possible. Now, if somebody stands or disconnects and they're going to come back into pass. Here's one of the number one things that I think that people get wrong in this position is if Nate stands up and he stops right there and I start doing this because I want to have contact, but where does he want to be? Look, he wants to be right here. He wants this space right here. Once he gets this space right here and he gets in front of this knee, this is exactly, he's already worked. Go ahead, totally go there though. Take both legs, go ahead. This is where he wants to be. Whether he's high, he's low, but once he gets here, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for me to get back out. If he drops back in, this is the space that he wants to be in, okay? I can't have him in that space. So right away, if I reach for this and he torneados my legs across this, look at, he's already right back in. So why do I reach? Especially if this is a self-defense scenario. He can't hit me yet from back there. I don't need to stop him from back here. I'd actually rather have him come like here. So like I like 90 degrees as from this angle right here and this angle right here to where I kind of want to be to start when somebody's standing passing and I'm laying all the way down. Okay? I'm automatically going to pick my side. If he wants to go to another side, that's fine. So he's going to be feet and move. Right, so as Nate goes to come in, if you notice, I'm holding my knees. Why am I holding my knees?
Frame.
Where does he want to be?
Around
midsection.
Yeah, he wants to be in this space. So if I'm here and I'm holding this bottom leg, it's pretty tough for him to work into the space. Okay, perfect. What was his first move? Put his hand on me. Here's the outside hand. So as soon as he brings it in, I can do this. I'm okay with this. If he picks his side, go ahead, pick your side. Come to this side. I don't need this leg to do anything else but block him from coming over here. So I'm gonna use it as a stability leg so I don't keep getting tipped wherever he wants to tip. Okay? We talked about the helicopter, right? And he's moving his way through. If he's passing high, he's gonna think about trying to land this thing at some point. So go ahead and he starts to come in. I can't let him get his head high. So if you notice, I'm stopping him with my elbow right here. Make sense? And look, I left the space open, so if I needed to get my feet back into the inside, I can. And if you notice, he starts to move his hips back. Go ahead, what's your next move? We keep going. Oh, by the way, look at this foot. I'm blocking. If I'm lazy with this, he's going right back around the backside. Keep your weight, walk right back around the backside. Look at it. If I'm lazy with that foot and I'm not blocking that, that's exactly where he's gonna go. So again, we come back in here, he puts his weight on me, I'm blocking his weight here. I'm keeping that here to let him know that's not going to be an option. We're only defending this way.
He's kicking this one in though. He's also flexing his toes up. It's almost like I'm like hooked.
It's a hook.
Like he can pull me forward, back. Like he can. Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah.
So now he starts moving in. We get to here. We keep going. Let's say he starts tipping me now, and I start to lose it. I'm going back to here. Every see how I close the space back off? I lost this. Even if he goes cross face, I'm still going to block him here. Look. Yeah, now flatten me. Doesn't have it, didn't get that spot. So this is what I want you to do. As we keep going through these scenarios, I don't want you to oh, where's that arm bar? Oh, where's that sweep? Oh, no, I want you to be a weeble on the bottom, and I want you to just kind of be moving and blocking the things that you know that they need to block. Here's one of the last scenarios. There's a lot of them, but like at face value. If I miss the frame on the shoulder and he gets his head to this position, I'm still framing the chest, if that makes sense. So, like, for example, he comes here and he works his way through, and then he gets to here like this, pass through. I'm still doing this. Does he have position yet? Notice I just dropped my other knee down so I don't get tipped. Yeah, he doesn't have position yet. Am I able to go after this hand again?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm in a pretty good spot. So what's your next move? And I go back to blocking that side. And I'm blocking here. What's your next move? Yeah. So now I'm going to wait till he makes another move. Okay, make another move.
The original is a pressure pass.
Now back to my grip. Everybody see how I'm elbows to knees. Now I paddle. I work my way back up, and I work my shrimp back up. So what I want you to do is let the person on top go wherever they're going to go. And instead of trying to stop them, deflect. Let them have that move. Because when they're making this next move, you have to go, where do they want to go? Where do they want their head? Where do they want their weight? Where are they trying to tip me? Stay ahead of that part rather than I need to stop them from doing what they're doing.
So basically, you're turning yourself into like a complete yoga ball. He's just trying to get.
Yeah.
But only on a standing pass.
It could be a low pass too, right? But on the low pass, I'm going to keep the wrist. I'm going to keep my frame. Oh yeah, here's the other part of this drill. You cannot lock on with your feet whatsoever. Zero. There's no pulling people in half guard. There's no pulling people in guard. You have to only block. You know, there wasn't one time where I was like, I need to reach and grab with these legs. Look, I just opened up this whole space to have to reach for these legs. I don't like being attached here either. Because if he gains anything right here and my lower part of my body's attached, how many people end up in this spot? This is one of the weakest positions in jiu-jitsu. My hips are facing this way. I'm trying to be strong and keep my hip and shrimp, but I won't let my guard open. Let your guard open. Yes.
When you rock, is it like a shallow rock so you don't expose yourself to like a step over armbar? Like, is that not, when you're extending out like this, do they not walk around and kind of grab the arm or like?
He can, but I'm also either here or I'm here like this.
Okay, so you're just,
right?
you're
So
just
if I
tight.
feel like he's gonna reach out and start to grab my arm, I'm gonna use that part as like what I said, paddle. So paddle is always this. One second. Paddle is gonna be, everybody understand when I say paddle? Meaning I'm gonna push myself away with my hands so I can use that to be my shrimp. Right? And usually it's not like I don't get like solid stuff. I'm gonna get, here's the hand and he's pushing in and I get to push off that.
Instead of him standing, you know, if they start in like catcher's position, kind of like inside
That's
your
fine.
legs.
Yep.
What happens if you start with this and it gets collapsed? What should this leg be? What is this leg doing to prevent the pass? I'm always like, oh, all right, now I'm screwed because
So
this
if
wasn't
that
doing
gut-
something.
If that gut collapsed, I'm going back to wrist. So they say he's passing low.
I just don't think I understand what the top leg is supposed to be doing.
Like this. So this got flattened, but it
No,
only
like with this. Sorry.
No, you're good.
If you started with the ball thing you had, the ball, yoga ball, so you have that, yes. And this gets collapsed because he's pressure passing you, so this ends up, what keeps happening to me is this ends up flat.
So I'm putting my arm underneath like
I don't
this,
have
like a
this.
wedge. Yeah, it's there. If I take my arm out, it's not. It's there.
It's his arm underneath
It's the wedge
that's
underneath.
stopping me from pushing this down. It's so annoying.
Because you're connecting to his hip.
No, I'm not even
No,
touching.
it's not even touching. It's just the arm that stops. I can't
It's
get
the
it
arm
flat.
near my hip. See my bicep is?
Good.
So this stays as a
Yeah, he can't totally flatten me from this position,
You
and
don't
then
care
I'm
about
going to use this as a shield.
But I try and
No,
go
and
in
it's also
because
just
worse
I
than
would
I'm
need this
missing
arm
something.
out of here.
That now
for
goes
me to
flat.
get flat here.
But you don't care about this leg.
I mean, does he?
I think part of my issue is my
If
mobility.
he's passing this way, but I'm stopping him from going the other way and stopping. Look at the pressure.
But I'm saying, if he beats that top leg, it doesn't matter what's going on at the bottom.
No, because now we go back to here.
Just
Right, right.
I don't think you understand what I'm saying. So,
Glad you go.
if I
Is
have,
everybody getting this, by the way?
if I have this and he beats this, what is now preventing the pass?
Well, you can now go block that shoulder, right? Block the shoulder with the frame, get this elbow a little bit higher. So he can't come. Like, I'm not worried about any more pressure. I'm worried about his head coming up towards me. Now you're going after the wrist, or you're keeping that close. There you go. And look, now you can do both, right? So you get frame and you get the wrist. If
Okay.
this one's coming out and I'm using this as my frame, I'm gonna bring this other hand and just be ready to block the arm so it doesn't throw it over the top.
And then I want to try to get this leg back in.
Ideally, yeah. Because again, you're trying to put your knees
See what I
in
was trying
front
say?
to
My
block.
tongue like kept getting beat. and
I
then
don't
didn't
care
know
if
what
you
to do.
push away with your feet, you can push away with the bottom of your feet, you can push away with your knees, you can block with your knees, you can grab your knees. I would like to, I'm glad Megan went through this because there's a lot of little isms to this that normally I cover after you do the drill and you go, this sucks. I go, okay, let me fix it a little bit. I'm gonna give you all the answers first. Okay, these are the things that we're looking for in the pass. I gotta pay attention to his head position, but this bottom leg and whatever side he's showing me he's gonna pass to is what I need to defend. I need to defend this spot. I need to defend the head being all the way up here. I need to really pay attention to what's going on with that outside hand.
So is spot first or head first, or is it like as long as you're stopping one, then the other one is kind of?
Yeah, so
Well, actually, no.
if I have to reach to go after your arm, I'm gonna grab the leg.
Okay.
Right, so and this is a good question too. It's like the how and whens, right? Hip in a little bit, but keep your hand low, like you're going after my ankle. I don't really want to reach to out here like this, but when I do this, you're like, ah, fuck.
Yeah.
Because it feels different for you, and now I can stop this frame and be here. And then what is your next move?
But the first thing stop is this space right here, is what I'm
I
saying.
changed. That angle is way different than this angle.
Yeah, way
So if you notice, I'm holding my hip up by making a wedge underneath my hip, like I would do reverse de la Riva. And this keeps me from being completely flat on my side. Completely flat on my side. This is way harder to get back up. Look at my angle with my top knee. I didn't change much of anything. Right, I just kept them.
It's almost keeping you in that good teeter spot instead of
So
like.
when you tip, I
right.
need you to go with me.
Exact. Okay.
That's a good question
Yeah.
too. Now, if he comes in and he puts his hands on my knee right away, I'm taking this, right? And I'm gonna wait for this. If I get any kind of push, I'm gonna do this. So look, I put my hand underneath, and now I'm blocking with this. My block with this isn't to stop the whole arm. It's to stop him from throwing it over the top and doing a sit through. Go ahead and do it, I'll let you do it. This, and now he turns his hip through, and now he comes through like this. Right, so all the time, this arm is gonna dictate what happens, so I have to pay
How does it
attention.
catch this arm? You kind of like.
Yeah, I just block it here, right? So I'm here like this, and you go to go over the top. I'm like, yeah, I already know how I'm doing. And now I would use that too. Bring myself back to the knee. In the drill, you can do this. You can do this and push off, but be very wary of doing that because you're going to open up this space.
When you're
Push
pushing the
off,
knife,
and
right?
he's going to Toriano pass, right? So what happens if we start and he stands up and he grabs my feet? I'm doing this. He can do that. That's fine because now he's going to try to tip me around. Now I go after the hand, as far, I come back to here. I wait right here. I'm gonna wait till he brings his way in and finds a side. Right, and then still I can come back up, work my way back around. He wants to connect. So if somebody does that and they're let them do it. That's kind of what, if you get past, who cares, right? You just start over again.
So you grab your own knee when you're in half guard, but you keep your elbow out if you're in full guard. Is that a rule? Is that what you're trying to say?
Am I going crazy?
I don't want to overreach.
So I have the wrist. If I'm in full guard, I have the wrist. I'm in half guard, I have the knee.
Yeah, and any time that I feel like I need to tilt, I'm gonna kind of look at that arm underneath. So when he was grabbing
That's
my
why
feet, I'm going like this,
That's why my dog
and I'm gonna
freaks
bring
out.
him back in. So if anybody's done this class with me before, I'll go over this one more time. That's a good question too. If they're gonna grab your feet and you're gonna bring your knees to your chest, right? You're gonna just wrap around them and give your legs a hug. We use our elbows like training wheels. You guys know training wheels on bikes, right? So we're here like this. If I get tipped to one side or the other, I'm gonna do this. If he picks one side, meaning he comes hard to this side, I can automatically do this. Stable, not pushing me flat, strong shoulder, I end up being here. If he tries to beat me around the other way, I'm always going back to the middle, elbow, frame. I'm not gonna put down my opposite leg until he picks the side. Kind of makes sense. There's a lot, now I go through this, there's a lot of little questions that you can ask. Here's the thing. I'm gonna put a timer on it first, we're gonna come back and talk about it, then we're gonna do it open. Meaning, like, just go work with your partner and work out the bugs. But I want you to have to experience it with that person trying to pass on top first. Going, okay, that didn't work, well, let me try again. If they get a pass, what's a pass? The mount, they connect, the chip do a pass, right? Like, boom, he comes here, and he just sits, and he gets, boom, that's a pass. He's postured up and he gets in here. Put your knee in. Knee up, he's kind of passed, right? He's passed, right? All this is a pass. Unless I can get my knee back in, he collapses, he's here, like this, he's passed. Just go back and start all over again, ready, set, go. Just for the minute, okay? Get somebody that's going to be good work for you, okay? Because you want to test yourself on maybe somebody who's at your level or people who are pretty close to your level.
You're not swinging or skating or anything.
Nope, you are just blocking. There's no and I go on the offense. But if you get really good at this, especially if you're tired and you're trying to make the round or whatever the case may be, you're trying to burn this person out a little bit at the beginning. This is you riding that wave, right? You can be resting if you can do this well enough, and then you can find ways to find new openings, okay? What I have noticed, and what happens to me and happens to everybody else that does this sport, is they get focused on the offense. And what they don't realize with the offense is they give up a good part of their defense that they had before. And they go, I don't understand why all of a sudden I suck. I was killing it last week, and now this week I suck. It's because when you get in that I'm killing it mode, you're like, I kill it. I attack people. I do. But you look at the little nuances. And the little nuances was you had a very carefree attitude. You went in, I don't care. And then everything kind of happened and came to you. But it came to you because of the defense and you paying attention to letting part of the game happen. I should make the shirt. Sure is. All the old school people know. It's like, it's not always your fucking turn. Right? It's not always your move. Let them make a move. So in this drill, you're going to let them make all the moves. And you're going to figure out the best ways to block it and make sure that they don't get that connection. Okay. Get a group of 3. I think groups of 3 are good. Find 3 people that you want to work with. And then you can do, so every time the order comes back around, switch the order. So you don't have the same person on top of you or the same person on the bottom every time you're group of 3. That way you get a couple of different looks. Make sense?
Sure.
All right, I'll set a 1 minute timer and let's get ready to go. 3, 2, 1, go.